rant, but I just wanted to talk about people who scream and holler about being real and they keep it real. You know, I keep it real, son, you know, when they don't keep it real. You know, they keep it real for everybody but they self. You know, they always faking and fronting and running around acting a certain way when inside they really don't believe that. But because the media says they gotta act a certain way, because they see people on TV acting a certain way, or they read in the magazine people acting a certain way, so they act that way, not really believing in their actions. You know, and that all comes down to having principles. A lot of people, they don't have principles. They don't have guidelines or set rules that govern their actions. They don't have those type of things. So if somebody comes out and tells them that they need to do something and they feel like it's wrong, they're afraid to take a stand and stand up to them. They won't do it. You know what I mean? They don't have any personal responsibility. They think that somebody else is supposed to take care of them. The government should feed them. The government owes them something. The world owes them something. And that all comes back to having a lack of principles. You know, and a lot of times you'll find that these people who don't have principles, who are always faking moves, faking everything, and they not real, generally these same people, a lot of times, they haters. They don't come out and say they're haters. They closet haters, or they the ones always in the background whispering. These same people that are haters, they generally the people who whisper behind your back and say certain things, because when they look around, they don't have the guts to do certain things, and they hate you because you do. Because you got the guts to go out and try and do whatever you feel is right for yourself, or you're not afraid to take chances because you don't care what other people think. You know, you have principles. You know what I mean? You keep it real. You actually do keep it real, because keeping it real to you, you might work 12 hours, 5 days a week because you got to feed your family. It might not be a glamorous job. You might not be riding around in a Maybach with diamonds around your neck, but you do what it takes. You know, you keep it real for yourself, which is admirable. And like I said, when you got people out there, there are haters who hate on you for it. Like, some people don't understand that. They look on TV, and because they in a certain situation, they look at that person and think, I would like to be in that situation. But at the same time, you got closet haters who look at you and wish they was in your situation. They wish, when they see you stand up to people, that they had the guts to do that themselves. They wish that they had principles. They wish that they could take personal responsibility for anything that they do, because when you take a stand for things, there are consequences to that. And people who take a stand and they have principles, they understand that, but they still make that stand because they understand that along with that, there are consequences. So they keep it real for themselves. You know, they ain't keeping it real for you, me, or nobody else. They keeping it real for themselves. And that's one thing I just want to say to people. I just want to tell you, don't keep it real for me. Keep it real for yourself. Sit back and think about it, and come up and tell yourself and think to yourself, do I have any principles? What are my principles? Are there certain things that I will and won't do? You know, and if there's certain things that you will do and you won't do, then generally you probably have principles. But some people don't have that. And at the same time, if you have principles, you know, and you keep it real and you really keep it real for yourself, then that means you're taking a certain amount of personal responsibility, which I think we all need to do more of. And for everybody to take personal responsibility for yourself, you know, I want to give you a hand and say, you know, keep doing what you're doing. And for the other people who are fake, who are haters, who are always looking at somebody mad because, you know, you don't want to take chances, mad and hating on other people because you won't take personal responsibility, hating on other people because you don't have the guts. And I said that you don't have the guts to get out there and lay your cards out on the table and just see what happens. Like, yo, like, I'm not even gonna put the man right here this time. I'm just gonna tell you to get the fuck out of here. You dig? So that's just something I had to say about personal responsibility, keep it real, and having principles and the whole nine. Something I had to say, had to get it out there. Man, Rod Strickland. I'm here telling you what it is. Keep it real, personal responsibility, having principles in 2010.